I was interested at a very, very young age. I started with dinosaurs in kindergarten and first grade, and I had an uncle who subscribed to National Geographic Archaeology magazine, and even before I could read, I remember checking out the images and just being captivated. And I think I always knew I was going to do archaeology, but I think I fought it my entire life until my junior year of college and finally said, I really do want to do this. So it was sort of chance. I didn't have a really good plan starting out. My buddy Doug called me one night and said, "Hey, I'm going to do a field school in Belize. Do you want to go?" I made a couple calls. Um, Called him back. Yeah, I'm in. Once I went to Belize, it was over. And that experience on a Maya site, I was into the Maya, no turning back. First of all, Indiana Jones is on our board at the Archaeological Institute of America, so I'm on the board with Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones. Other than that, yeah, we've had some things that I can think of is doing cave archaeology. My first 2 years in Belize, I did a lot of cave archaeology, and I was one of the few individuals who didn't have a problem squeezing through some of the tight chambers, and we were at Aktun Halal, which is really a rock shelter, but they had some nice tight spaces and they had chambers in toward the back, and so we were looking through this, and I remember getting to a point where I couldn't really lift my head up, but I had shimmied in, and what I did, there wasn't room for my head and my helmet, so I took my helmet off, and well, actually, I went back out, took my helmet off, and then shoved it in front of me. So I remember shimmying in, and visibility was really poor because I had my head was almost completely down. Shoved the helmet in, looked up, and the reflection of it seemed like 1,000 eyes came back because it was my light reflecting on these albino tarantulas. I think the value. I have a very strong opinion on the program, and obviously I see that there's a lot of value. As a student, the first year I went into the field, the one regret I had was not going earlier, and I also had the other regret was I hadn't prepared as well for that field school. And I thought I should have read more and I should have prepared more for this experience. And I've taken that, and that has really inspired me to give kids at an earlier age that opportunity. And I think for the kids, there are several things that international experience does for them. And I think an international experience, period, be it a tour or just sort of a school type experience is of great value, but having the research project and having a goal, I think adds a little bit more. The kids are doing an archaeology project. They have a task. They have problems. They have things that they have to overcome, and the experience of getting to do that with peers, especially in a third world country, which poses challenges. And we try to keep those to a minimum, but it's not always comfortable, and I think that really helps. The foreign experience helps kids with to see the world and know the world that they live in, but it also says, hey, I can do things, and it really gives them a sense of accomplishment. It really changed my life in the sense I was scared to death the first time I went down there. I had to camp in the jungle my second night in Belize. I was scared. I did not think I could do that. And being able to do that really just changed my attitude. And it definitely happens with the kids. And that's pretty awesome.